We have Eva puppeteer, and she is got a big wooden cart with posts that come out, and she has set up what looks to be a thin fabric, possibly leather, and she is setting up torches around the place just as night is falling upon the area. So night is slowly falling as people are gathering. Kids come up in front of you and are squirming around to get a seat in front of what is now lit up like a screen.
Ooh, looks really pretty.
Yep.
I'm gonna zoom in.
And there's some adults behind you that have gotten done with the hard day's work and are just sitting here waiting for the show. This is a treat. Things like this do come to town, but this is a special one because it's a art form that is not widely practiced.
Waving hand.
Oh, hold on a moment. Thank you so much for those 50 biddies. Ruisuthiwion, I apologize, I don't know how to pronounce that name, and thank you so much for that follow. It's definitely greatly appreciated. Oh, thank you. And also, I see your first time chatter, so hello and welcome in. Enjoy yourselves. I hope you enjoy Fluffmaster Weekly and no, that's not my name. Pigmanpedia's channel, hello.
Did you forget your own stream?
Well,
for a second?
I have multiple different monikers. Like I have, like even my nickname that people know me by in games, like Juntar or Juntarhenogu. They call me like Juntar, Juntar, Yuntar, Guntar. So I have multiple different things I respond to. Anyway, I digress from that. Sorry. Continue, Tolf.
And now I just want to call you Gunther.
I mean, you could. And also, when you said night was falling, I was like, oh, he's saying I'm falling? Why am I falling?
Well, you could be sitting down. I mean, who knows?
I'm just so used to you calling me night.
Night with an N is falling.
Okay. Gotcha.
So
anyway, continue.
Around the town, torches and lanterns are being lit upon the buildings so people can see them. Some of the businesses are still open, like the tavern. They have lights and people going on inside. The town still seems to be bustling, even though night has fallen, and this is when people usually go in and do things. But there's businesses open. There have candle lights and lanterns, so people can still see the products. They're pretty well lit, or they use fairy lights or stuff inside. So the magically inept ones, and that can afford the goods that are needed to cast these spells.
Makes sense.
But Hiva decides to she grabs everyone's attention and she brings forth everyone's focus to her with a few opening words. She's like, pardon me. He's like, come one, come all to the great puppet show. We will be focusing on the great legends of our past, stories rarely told upon how this world is created, how we are blessed to be here. Please come one, come all, and see the great puppet show. It'll be starting in a few moments. Please take your seat. Children, grab your pickles and your popcorn and come forth and enjoy the shows. And she goes back and goes behind, and then she starts finishing things set up.
I sure hope that this is a good show. I wonder what it's about.
Oh.
Says Xenon.
I assume it's a puppet show about, I don't know, teaching kids math or something.
Do you need to know about math?
I don't know. I mean,
What's
saying I
2
don't
plus
know
2?
math. 4.
What's 4 times 4?
16.
What's 16 divided by 2?
8.
What's 8 times 8?
You do know I'm a scholar, right? Like,
No, actually, I don't think you ever told me that.
Yeah, no, why do you think I say so many animal facts? I studied.
Fair.
I studied in the Church of Palor for many years. That's how I learned my magic.
Well,
Armorous looks up at you. Do you know any puppet facts?
I mean, a puppet's not an animal, so no.
it is made of wood, though, and you do also know a lot of tree facts, and
I
trees
do know
are
a tree
wood.
fact. What type of wood is the puppet made from?
You have no clue.
I guess.
I'm asking.
There's no one there to really ask. She's behind the cart.
I mean, there's this big fabric there. What if it's not actually a puppet show and more like, I don't know, shadow puppetry? So what are shadows made of?
What shadows are made of?
Yeah, the absence of light, right?
Yeah, the lack of light.
So are
Reverse
shadows
light.
real?
Man, this is some philosophical things that we did study. I just know animal facts, all right? I can lead a troop into the woods and tell them about which mosses you can eat and such, and I don't like, sit down and
I need a perception roll from everyone.
Okay. Let's see. Xenon perception.
ooh.
13. Not too bad.
Still missing one. Owen.
Oh, you wanted it from all of us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You're right in between those two in the conversation. Oh, you're being bombarded too much. Xenon, you'll barely catch some glaring eyes from the 3 children sitting in front of you.
Guys, I think we should probably stop talking now.
Probably.
Was that my cue?
No, that was just children giving you a stink eye for
Okay.
talking educationally.
How dare you be educational? This is a place of unlearning.
Yes. It's out of the schoolhouse, so no learning.
How dare you try and teach me about the properties of mass and grammar? Mass and grammar aren't mutually exclusive, but it would be a very weird pairing to have a mass and grammar teacher. Let me teach you about mass and about grammar at the same time.
I did read a lot of books about Palor, so grammar during mass was a big important thing.
Not that kind of mass. I'm talking about, weight, gravity. Oh wait, no, that should be out of character. No, we're supposed to be quiet.
Does fantasy Isaac Newton exist in this world?
He didn't create gravity.
Well, okay, but like he understood how mass and gravity worked.
We have literal gravity magic in this world. There are spells all dedicated to it.
I'm just is Isaac Newton a wizard? Is that what he is in this world?
Sir Isaac of Newton, a wizard, 9th level.
He's a dragon.
Okay, we'll be quiet because I feel like there's a puppet show that's gonna do some lore dumping that's important for us.
Yeah.
And what is Owen doing when these two are just talking over him?
He's just letting them go.
Oh boy.
Hey,
puppet show time?
Yeah, puppet show.
Sure. Go ahead and just so everyone knows, since Xenon has a better voice than me.
Hi.
He's going to be reading through the show that is being performed for them.
Yep, and I'm gonna make our PNG tubers disappear for a moment when I read. So just keep that in mind.
And as this show is going on, yes, it will be on the screen in front of them. It's the color of old warped paper, old style paper, and you will just imagine shadows of what's going on with the story being shown behind the screen, casting upon it with a bright lights going on so that you can see the shadow on the material very easily. You'll see dragons, you'll see this landscape of mountains, and in other aspects there'll be, when they mention the night sky, you'll see it all black but pinpoints of stars and the moon moving across. So just to give you some imagery to think about as this is being told, because I don't want to interrupt the telling of this.
And it would also be a lot of work to animate all of the story, I'm afraid. So just bear in mind, you can close your eyes and listen to the soothing sound of my voice. Something like that?
Yes.
Okay. Shall I go?
Listen to the new Casey Kasem.
Oh boy. Also, hello, Rock Gamer. Welcome in. I'm just about to do a huge exposition.
Monologue?
Yeah, monologue, soliloquy, I suppose, because technically I'm just saying something without, caring about who's listening, if that makes sense. But monologue, I guess, because this is for an audience. So,
yep.
Let's get some mood music. Think that this is the right music? Hold on. Yeah, that can work. Okay. So, here we go. Our PNG tubers are disappearing now.
Once there was a small dragon who fell in love with the moon. As he grew older, he dreamed of making it up to his love and joining her in the sky. As he grew older and older, he would fly higher and higher in the sky. His love for her grew more and more with the passing nights. The moon took notice of this small dragon as she looked down upon the lands below. As the little one grew bigger and stronger, he would fly higher and higher, keeping her company through the nights. Even when she was in shadows and hiding in the dark of the night, he would keep an eye on her to make sure she was still safe and in good spirits. Though deep down inside, she knew she was not allowed to speak with him, and that would not be allowed to stay with him. That he would not be allowed to stay with her.
Sorry, misread.
Soon, he was big enough to start to block out the stars as he flew over in the night, and the races below started to take notice. They started to track the dragon and study what this beast was doing. They started to believe that he was trying to catch up to their beloved moon and take her captive for himself, and hoard her light away from the rest of the races. She was running so scared when she hid in the darkness of the night, tears would streak across the sky.
Breathing in. Woo.
The races below gathered and formed a plan to protect their beloved moon. They looked high and low for the night dragon, and they started to call it the Star Blocker. Once they found him, they fell to their knees outside his cave and called out for his help, offering him gifts of gold and gems to add to his hoard in exchange for his help in tasks that were too big for them to do. But he told them he did not care for any of that he would help them with what they needed to show the moon that he was worthy of her. Once they got Star Blocker's trust, the races started to spin their lies. They started to promise him their help to reach the moon. They said they only wanted one thing of him, and that was for him to get a tear from the moon and send it back to them so they may properly worship her. They said they had a ritual that could help get him higher than he's ever been in the sky. This pleased Starblocker very much.
Right. Have to scroll down, sorry.
The night of the ritual came and the dragon was so excited. The moon was hidden in the darkness of the sky so that he could surprise her. That's at least what they told Starblocker. They really just wanted to make sure the moon was safe and hidden from the Starblocker's grasp. They tied the ritual to him to make sure it would not slip and let him fall from the sky. He could feel the energy flow through his body, making him stronger and faster. Or was that just the excitement of finally meeting his love? Then he was off. He started to fly up into the sky, climbing higher and higher and higher into the starlit night sky, his body blocking out the stars from below. He was climbing higher than ever before. His heart raced as he started to see a sliver of the moon slip out of the darkness as she headed towards the horizon. He reached out to her, calling for her by the name that he had given her. All the races below heard the skies echo in a deep voice.
Is it Saloon or Salin?
It's Saloon.
Okay.
Saloon. But could not see where this voice came from. The moon emerged from her hiding spot as she heard her lover and the beautiful name he spoke. But to her shock and horror, she watched as the smiling face from her lover's...
She watched as the smile faced from her lover's face.
Faded.
Oh, okay.
But to her shock and horror, she watched as the smile faded from her lover's face. The face that was the closest and most detailed on the handsome dragon she had ever seen before. So close she could almost touch him and bring him into her realm, as she did not care that it was forbidden anymore. She wanted her lover with her, even if she had to hide him in the stars. That smile slowly faded from Starblocker's face into pain and horror as he started to fall. Clenching his chest as a great pain ripped through his heart, all his energy and magic were suddenly being drained out of him through the spell that was attached to his heart. He was so close to his beloved. Why was this happening? Was all that he could think about as he fell from headlong from toward the water below. Suddenly, he caught a glimpse of the races that helped him to get up to his beloved. They were not in shock and horror as he thought they would be. They were rejoicing, cheering, dancing. Rage flashed over the dragon's face as a mist of many different colors erupted from his mouth in pure anger. Like the burst of color from the stars above, the races below had tricked him. They were not helping him. They were the ones stealing his magic and strength for themselves. The anger overtook him. He wanted revenge upon the ones that had betrayed him. He mustered the last bit of strength that he could. He took the strength and spread his wings to pull himself up out of this fall. He felt his wings snap back to catch him in great pain. He was going too fast. He had to land. But the only thing that could be seen below were the waters of the great sea, until, just over the horizon, right in front of his love came a small set of islands. He had to make it to them. To her.
Almost done. Bear with me.
In a great crash that sent up rocks, trees, and dust up into the sky, almost touching the moon herself, Starblocker landed upon the island with his wings outstretched and broken. He tried to stand. He tried to get up. He tried to move. All while rage and anger filled his heart for what the races had done to him, what they had done to his beloved. The only thing he could muster, though, was the rage and anger in his heart. His body was beaten and broken from the spell, and the crash had done it in. He could already feel the spell taking his skin away from his appendages, from
the ends of the appendages of his body, I guess?
Yes.
Okay.
From the ends of the appendages of his body, and turning his bones to stone. This defiling of his body added to his rage, enough that the last bit of magic in his heart grabbed hold of the magic that was being stolen and ripped it back, enough to break the tied thread. The rage in his heart started to crystallize the heart. Itself trapped his soul and what was left of his magic inside, so his lover could find it one day and bring him back, so he may cast his rage on the races for her. The rage in the heart,
Thou started to warp. The rage in his heart, though, started to warp?
Yeah, those started to warp the heart.
Okay.
The rage in his start.
Oh, this is unrehearsed, by the way. I did look over this, but I didn't practice it aloud before, so bear with me still.
The rage in his heart, though, started to warp and corrupt the magic, and the once loving heart into something dark, as the body around it turned to piles of rotting flesh and the bones of stone. The moon had to just be there in the sky and witness all over this and not be able to do anything. She could feel her beloved heart become hardened and corrupted. She started to cry for what they had done to her beloved. She cried for her tears to reach her beloved, to quell the rage and anger in him, to bring him back to her. Streaks of bright blue and white light flashed across the sky as the races saw it as tears of happiness from the moon that her pursuer had finally been stopped. These tears fell into the seas and all over the world below in a great bombardment. The tears that reached her beloved island never made it through the shell of stone that encased his raging heart, barred in the center of the new mountain range. This is why, today, we have the islands before us. This was the body of the great star blocker, and this is why we honor Saloon. So that one day she will be able to have her tears reach her beloved heart, and they may be united back in her realm.
The end. Teehee. So
Bravo.
thank you. So TLDR, from what I'm getting from that, I'm gonna bring us back now, is that there was a dragon that fell in love with the moon, and the moon fell in love with the dragon, and people below are like, oh, that dragon's trying to kill the moon, let's stop it. And they're all like, yeah, let's do that. And it turns out that was not the wisest choice or the best idea to do, because turns out he was just wanting to be with Saloon. And they killed him.
Yep. That's the gist of it.
All right. Thank you for bearing with me with that. I need a drink of water.
Okay, if you guys need to go get a drink, go get a drink. We'll come back with the applause of the children and the adults and all the fun stuff. So
well,
go get drinks.
No, I just got a drink. I was just saying I need to drink some water because I was thirsty. That was a lot.
But thank you for
My
staying.
headphones are wireless. So.
Huh?
Oh, I said my headphones are wireless, so I don't have to worry about.
I mean,
So-
look at you, Mr. Wireless Headphones Man.
Oh, you.
Yeah, hi, minoy. All right. Anyway.
Do the other two have questions?
I feel like Gideon would, like, during the applause at the end, just kind of lean into the other two, like, that's kind of depressing for a kid's story.
Xenon will lean in and whisper, I think this might be kind of applicable. Remember that dragon that attacked us?
I don't see any connection.
Hmm.
That one was made of meat. The one in the story is made of stone.
Okay, well, what about that story that we got, or not the story, the prophecy that they... Apparently Saloon chose us to help her out, and maybe that's what she needs us to do? I don't know. Prophecies are dumb.
Yeah.
Xenon will be scratching his head as he thinks, because this does seem pretty applicable, but at the same time he's like, what if it's all connected to some weird sort of conspiracy.
No. Why would any of that make sense? Owen?
Eh?
What does Owen have questions, comments, concerns?
No.
Okay.
Hello,
Just making
Dirk Sid.
sure.
Welcome in. All right.
Yeah.
My music. Why are you not playing? Oh, there we go. There we go. Music again.
Ah.
So, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was literally gonna say, what are we doing now?
Ah. Well, the little children are cheering. The Hiva comes out. She when she actually comes out, she comes out with a set. Well, let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 marionettes she's carrying with her. One looks to be a knoll.
Cute.
Adorable.
Another one looks to be a bugbear.
Cute.
Cute.
And the bugbear looks female. The other one looks to be a dragonborn. And the other one looks to be a anthro spider.
Oh, it's cute.
And they have the strings, they have the control bars. She sort of has those over her shoulder as she's sort of holding them all in her arms.
Well, I guess Xenon's gonna stay quiet because he assumes that there's still more to the show.
Yeah.
She takes a bow with them and it's like, thank you, everyone. This is my cast and crew, and I hope you enjoyed the show and the great legend of the Dragon Isles. If you have any questions, concerns, please feel free to ask. If you want to come, children, if you want to come up and meet my companions here in my arms, you can do. They will gladly meet you. So the kids go up, they start poking at them, asking questions like, how do they move? Do you animate them? She's like, no, I do this all with strings, blah, blah, blah. She seems old fashioned. One little girl asks how she gets her hair so curly. She's always wanted curly hair like that. Because it's big, red, and frizzy.
Now that you mention it, kind of looks like a Disney princess I know.
Kinda, maybe not. This one specifically generated, so it's not copyrighted infringed.
Okay. But Mom, it's just my bone.
Some kids. One kid asked if she drives a big yellow wagon. Never mind.
Beep beep. Seatbelts, everyone.
Oh, they don't have those. Those don't matter when you got healing spells.
Oh, yeah, didn't the seatbelts come around circa like 1950 to 1960?
Yeah, that's
pretty much.
That's a long ways away.
Hi, Raging Hound, and it's going well. I just did a, how long was that? 8 minute long?
I think it was around 10.
10-minute long monologue in my deep voice, and I'm surprised I was able to do it for those 10 minutes.
You were amazing.
Thank you. But yeah, now we are currently on, I guess, the part of the story, and I feel like our group would wait for the kids to have their fun before Xenon would go up and ask.
Oh, the kids eventually go, and they're like, the parents are like, now head on home, kids. Oh, tired. Well, fine, go play, but stay around the tree. Okay. So they start going off.
To get yeeted off.
Playing.
It's like yeet.
I was tempted to jokingly say, like, Gideon picks up a child and
throws them away.
we need to continue the plot. Whoosh.
What would you do if there was a child in front of you right now? That's the meme I think of. So Xenon, now seeing that the area is clear, will actually walk up to the show person, and he will introduce himself and say, hello, my name is Xenon, and I found a lot of interest in your shadow puppetry. Very well done. Did you happen to use any magical elements at all, or was that all just practical?
Oh, it's all practical. I like keeping these things nice and easy. Magic has a chance of misperforming when you put it in tight situations.
That makes sense. So, if I'm curious, you didn't really have any of those little marionettes during the show, and he points to the 4 marionettes. What are those for?
Oh, the marionettes were actually the characters. They help move the cutouts and everything. And she sort of shows you behind the wagon, and you see it's a whole bunch of wood cutouts laying about all over, like easy, quickly grab kind of thing. And
wow, that must be well rehearsed. And how did you get your voice to be so deep?
Oh, it's a grovelly thing when I perform. It just happens.
Wow, you sounded like a completely different person. I'm impressed.
I get it from my father. He was a big burly man, a lot of big red hair, like flannel outfits. I mean, it's a...
Well, flannel is canonical in this universe now.
As a child, it's something that was problematic in school, especially through puberty. Now no, the deep voice. But now I use it to my advantage.
I use it to perform, as you can see.
Ah, yes, I do see. I'm sorry, that was really dumb of me.
Okay, Winston. Somebody commented that.
I just saw that, yeah. Okay, Winston. Well, I was kind of wanting to know a little more about that story. I'm assuming it's a real one, right? Yeah, Overwatch, yeah, Winston from Overwatch.
The one who would go, "Oh, full moon, stay away from me."
People also say it could be Freddy Fazbear from Security Breach.
You're my superstar, Gregory.
Anyway.
But
you know
anyway,
how much I hate that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, go ahead.
I am Greg. This is, people could say Gregory at me all the time, and it's very...
That's like how when people say Jonathan, and it's like, no, it's literally just John. My name is John. Anyway, go ahead.
Suddenly, there is a scream from a child. As you were asking your question.
Does it sound like the child is in danger?
It sounds like a scared child, not a playful, oh, you touched me, or, oh, you playfully scared me. No, it's a...
Okay.
Did that come through?
No, it was just like a cutoff scream, and it's like, ah, yes, the sound of silent fear.
Is it...
Been cackling like a witch to the background.
Okay. Well, Xenon.
He's currently squeaking, so.
Okay. He's gone squeak mode. Xenon will look over in the direction that he heard the scream from. What does he see?
You clearly see a child in the darkness pointing down the roadway, and there is a light coming from down the roadway to the east. As this big... Hold on, he's facing the wrong direction. Here we go. This big lumbering beetle that seems to be having fire shoot out from around it. Shells is trolloping? No. Trouncing?
Trouncing, frolicking, galloping.
Galloping.
I like frolicking.
Frolicking.
Sure. It's frolicking towards the town.
All right. And does that beetle happen to look like any of the marionettes that the woman has?
Oh, no. This beetle is rhino size.
Oh, fun. Hold that thought. I'd like to ask you more questions. And then Xenon's going to zoom toward this location. Is anyone following Xenon to save people? Or is it just Xenon? Okay, cool.
Yes.
It is.
The children are running. Eat.
Did I say that Xenon was holding Armorous?
Armorous could scurry along. You notice Armorous is a little more active lately. It looks like he has donned some robes and a wizarding hat.
Xenon will hold him precious like baby. Like hamburger. Hold gentle like hamburger.
You'll notice that when you hold him, his body seems to be a little more hard.
What?
Like he has something underneath the robes.
Well, if it's anything like how he acted before being turned into a raccoon, I wouldn't be surprised that it's just like a bunch of tricks and magic he has. Yeah, Xenon will drop him when they get up to see the beetle.
Okay, let's see. I'm supposed to... Well...
Trying to get this all lined up properly with the backdrop.
Let's see, I'm trying... begin combat. There we go. I need a initiative roll from everyone, please.
22. I feel it's kind of weird that I'm the only one vocalizing the rolls that I get. No one else is able to see them.
War.
Thank you.
21.
Yay!
Yeah, give me a minute. It's been a little while since I played with this, and I'm trying to.
Mm-hmm. There a way I can shrink down the character sheet so it's not so giant. I mean, I know I can double click it to shrink it down like that, but like.
You could minimize it fully.
Well, yeah, I want to be able to like shrink the window though, so I can just have it in the bottom right and it doesn't take up the screen.
Oh, Doug, that's...
Like, oh, that's the minimum. Okay, this is as small as the screen can get.
There we go. There we go. Got that going. Ugh. Monster rolled a 2. It's bad.
Prototype. Ooh.
Okay. Knight gets to go first.
I am Knight. I'm also Sarge. Hello.
You're Knight, you're Sarge, you're Xenon.
Well, seeing as this thing's a fire beetle, I think that what he's going to do is use his 50 feet of movement to go... What? Or... Hold on. Ruler. Yeah, I can actually move all the way up to the beetle. Alright, so he's gonna go... No. There you go. He zoops all the way over there. And
you can be seen.
I can what?
And you can be seen.
Huzzah.
Are you taking Artemis with you?
Yeah, I'm taking him with me.
Okay.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, he's gonna be in combat as well. Might as well give at least one person the ability to do something on their first turn. I think I'd have to pull this up again because I forgot. Sorry, monks are slightly confusing sometimes. Here we go
Punch,
to the monk.
punch.
Punch, punch,
And
monkey
then-
around. Punch, punch.
Well, it's like there's a monk ability you get that increases your armor class, but then if you use the Kensei one, you get one for free if you do an unarmed strike.
Mm.
Kensei. There you are. Oh, all of you turn off. I only want Kensei. Alright, there you go. And also it's been a little bit of time, I apologize. The agile parry. If you make an unarmed strike as part of the attack action on your turn and are holding a Kensei weapon, which I am, you can use it to defend yourself. If it's a melee weapon, you gain +2 to bonus to AC. So, that's what he does. He's going to attack with an unarmed strike.
Okay.
That's a 15 to hit.
It meets.
Alright. So he'll deal damage, and that's an 8 damage. And because he used an unarmed strike as his attack action, he can now use a bonus action to do another unarmed strike. That's a 10, that probably misses.
That misses, yes.
Alright. And as his free action, he's going to drop Armorist to the ground so Armorist can move around as needed.
Yep.
But he now has a +2 to his AC, so his armor is 21 right now.
Okay, let's see. When you hit the beetle,
Does it explode into fire? Do I explode into fire?
Oh, you take 4 fire damage because it is hot.
Ah, figures.
And you touched it with your bare hands, so...
I touched it with a knuckle duster.
Your hands are close enough and those knuckle dusters heat up probably fairly quickly with the amount of
Fair
fire.
point. Fair. I will take it. Fair.
So,
Can I-
it's a hot beetle.
can I-
You, as you are standing there, you are feeling yourself starting... Well, in a couple rounds, you're going to feel yourself start to roast if you stay this close.
Makes sense.
Yep. And yep.
So that
and-
means that this raw meat from this beetle is probably safe to eat because it would have no pathogens in it because they would all die at 163 degrees Fahrenheit for a length of time of 15 seconds at least. Food science.
Let's see. Owen, it is your turn.
I cast Shatter on the Beeble.
Oh no.
Ooh. That's gonna be painful for me, probably.
I'm trying to put it past, but I can't because it's on the edge of the map.
Yeah, you're safe.
And also I have evocation, so I can warp it so you guys don't get hit. So that it has to do a saving throw. So if you click the creature and then click on the saving throw, it will roll it with its stats. Unless it
Ooh.
doesn't have any.
15.
I believe that failed.
Nope, DC was 14.
Oh, it was 14? Oh, it does say it. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so it takes half. So half of 7.
That'd be
so
3 since it rounds
3.
down.
Okay. Okay. And then it is Artemis's turn. What will Artemis do?
Artemis. You're saying
Ar-
Artemis, but isn't it Armoris?
Armoress, sorry. Armoress is going to pull out. He's going to pull out what looks to be a wand. And
On the
wand's
other
almost
wand.
as big as the wand looks almost as big as him. It could be a walking stick. You're not sure where he had it hidden.
Probably in his robes because there was this hard thing inside of his robes.
Hard thing seemed a little bigger than that.
Let's not get weird euphemisms here, Greg.
Yes, Greg.
Oh,
may
I'm
be,
sorry.
we may be furries, but we can control ourselves.
I wasn't saying that. I was just saying the phrasing of it.
But yeah, he seems to be starting to. He's starting to collect himself, like he's preparing spells.
Does Xenon notice this?
I don't know. He could roll perception.
Okay. 10.
He's a little distracted. He might notice it, but he's not fully sure what he's doing.
He's distracted by being on fire.
Yeah. Hot. And now it is Gideon's turn.
So Gideon's going to 5, 10, 30, up to there. And Gideon is going to hold up his hands as the Eldritch Arcane magic flows out of his fingers. And he casts Magic Missile. Assuming that this thing's probably immune to
what? Fire damage?
yeah, fire.
Probably.
Roll normal. Okay, wait. Okay, 3. So I have to roll damage 3 separate times apparently.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, I was like 3 damage. It was like I rolled a 1 for each damage.
Wow.
So that's 11 force damage.
11 force damage. It's not happy.
If this is a big firefly, then it's probably good to stay away from it because normal fireflies or torch bugs are actually create the glow through 2 chemicals which react with each other and then when exposed to oxygen. So basically, it can maybe breathe fire.
You can tell me that later when we're not burning alive.
I'm trying to say that it might breathe fire, so it might be good not to be right in front of it.
We already saw that it breathed fire.
I know, and you're standing in front of it.
Well, what can I do? I have to wait my turn.
Now it's the monster's turn.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Here you go. As the monster looks like it's about to charge, suddenly there is screams coming up from around the areas behind you. Children sound like they're in distress.
Oh.
Adults start yelling like they're having to call people out to deal with things.
Well, Owen is nearby at least. Owen, what's happening?
I don't know. It is dark.
Yeah, it's a little hard to see in the dark. You see, and then you see Hiva seems to be coming up and seems to be investigating something. As the giant fire beetle then charges at Xenon.
All right, roll the hit.
Spewing flames as it does.
Please be a roll to hit. Aha!
He misses.
He got an 11. I've got a 21.
Yes. But as he misses, the building right next to you suddenly catches fire as it shoots flames onto it and it starts to burn.
Ah, I figured.
So yes. This house is on fire.
Yay. Oh, interesting little glowy effect. Look at that. Kind of like all wafty.
Yep, it's a smoky one. You'll notice the smoky ones are on fire.
Cool.
So-
I mean, cool effect. Terrible that it's happening, but cool effect.
Oh, so pretty.
So top of the round.
Okay.
So just so you know, there's distress behind you. There's a beetle in front of you. You start to hear the town come a buzz as it sounds like chaos is starting to ensue.
So, I guess using, since the top of the round at Xenon's turn, using his free action, he's going to try and converse with Gideon and say, Gideon, can you see what's happening behind us? People might need help.
He does a scout salute and seems to get ready to do something that he'll do on his turn.
Okay. Misty step onto a building.
Shh. That's my secret, Cap. I'm
Did I
always
call
misty
you
stepping
out?
on. Yes. That's my secret, Cap. I'm always misty stepping on top of buildings.
Misty Step is pretty much just a teleportation spell that you can do for yourself, and it's a 30-foot range.
Yes, but also that means I can go up. So instead of climbing, I can just teleport onto a roof and see what's up and be able to do ranged attacks from there.
True. All right. Anyway, so that was his free action. As an attack action, he's actually going to spend a key point to hold on. It is, I was thinking of doing Flurry of Blows, but maybe I'll change it to something else. Let's try, no. Yep, okay, we'll just do Flurry of Blows. So he's going to spend a key point to do Flurry of Blows, which allows him to do 2 attacks as a bonus attack on his turn. So, 3 unarmed strikes, here we go. 13, 16, and nat 1.
Oh. Okay, so the 13 does not make it through, the 16 makes it through, and the nat 1 definitely does not make it through.
Well, I got a 7 bludgeoning damage on it.
Okay, with the nat 1, it will get an attack of opportunity on you.
Okay. Well, thank you to Agile Parry, which is still something I can do with my Kenzie thing. I have a +2, so. It missed!
It misses.
It missed.
But it does try to bite you.
Okay.
With flaming jaws.
Ah. Probably a flame sickness thing. That's not good. Alright, well.
As it drools, just seems to drip out of its mouth, and it almost looks lava-ish.
Lovely.
And then it suddenly says, "Hey there, girlfriend!" No, I'm
What?
wrong time of flaming.
Can I kill it?
Wrong type of flaming.
Anyway,
Oh, no.
that's my turn.
Okay. Oren.
Owen
Oh, wait.
will try to see what's going on behind.
This is
The
Owen, by the way.
9.
He's very dark.
Yep. And you will see suddenly come into existence a light right next to you. It seems to be a bunch of
Swarming fire beetles?
swarming fire beetles, or can't think of what other people have called fireflies from heck.
So a glow bug, lightning bug, firefly.
And then you will notice another one pop up further, right in front of some children. By the way, Pinky's down here, very close to these beetles, and they seem to be heading right towards him.
Oh.
As he is flanked from the other side.
This feels like a you have to pick who's going to die thing.
Oh no, why would a DM plan something like that?
Yeah, why would a DM, aka Tolf, do that when I know that someone else would be likely to do that as well?
You know, I did say this was sort of a Cthulhu-ish, dark kind of campaign. So,
Xenon's going to be angry.
so what is Owen doing?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh yeah, I did punch it again. Do I take flame damage?
Or
Or is it just like every so often?
Since you did Fury of Blows, you were quicker this time, so
Okay.
you don't take damage.
I will take it.
Really?
Ooh, nat 20. So I'm going to attack the one in front of me and then the other one by Pinky.
I hope
You
they're
want
not
me to
immune to
roll the other
fire
one?
damage.
Well, I don't really know that yet.
I mean, none of us know that. We're just assuming because they're fire bugs. Like, out of character. Like, none of our characters would figure it out, probably.
Okay, so roll me damage.
Well, do you want me to roll to hit the other one, or?
Yeah, roll to hit the other one. Okay, that hits either one.
Okay. It's. Make a range hit. Target takes 2d6. Okay, I'm going to do 2. So I'm going to fire 2 of the rays at the one in front of me. So that would be 20 fire damage. And then 9 damage to the other one.
Okay. What? Okay, hold on. So you doubled that one, so that would be that. So that would be that. So 9 damage to that one.
Actually, I didn't even have to move.
Yep.
I was going to do the code one, and I'm like, oh, I have this one. This one's better.
Okay. Okay. You do that.
Does it seem like it hurts them?
You do squish some.
Okay.
It looks like they do damage, but you're not fully sure.
So out of character, they probably just have a resistance.
Yep. You think it could be. Let's see, 30 feet. Okay, so, Amaris, okay, is scurrying off. He is scurrying off over here. When suddenly, he, out of the back of his robe, well, he cast a spell. And out of the back of his robe, suddenly the shield appears. And it sort of unfolds and becomes bigger, enough to cover him. And he sends the shield off towards the children.
Oh. Yay.
So, and then...
Yo, Armorous, yay.
And then Kiva suddenly she drops the marionettes in front of her. And to your surprise, the marionettes land in different poses, like almost heroic poses as they hit the ground.
Please tell me they're not the adventurers coming back post-mortem.
No. But one seems to the anther spider sort of sprawls out its legs and puts one hand forward. The knoll seems to strike a sort of big-chested, heroic pose with his hands on his hips. You will notice that he is wearing a red kilt and a blue shirt, and he seems to have his hair slicked back. And they seem to be, there's no strings attached to them from what you guys can see from your distance.
Oh, okay.
And she commands them to go forth and save the town.
Ooh, that sounds fun. Also, shall we have a quick BRB? We are past the hour mark.
Oh, geez, time's flying.
Yeah.
Yes, we can. Let's finish up this round, and then we will
Go back
go
and
do that.
All right.
So it is Gideon's turn.
So Gideon will, seeing that there is... Gideon feels like Xenon will understand, because Gideon has to go save the kids. There. And Gideon is going to, let's see. There we go. And Gideon, these ones near the kids, Gideon is going to use his bonus action to, he has one, because of his Fey Touch background, he can cast Hex. Place a character creature that you can see within range. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic. So basically cast a Hex on these bugs. And then he's going to cast... and is going to cast Witch Bolt
Okay.
on these. So he'll make a ranged spell attack.
What does Hex do again?
Hex adds 1d6 necrotic to any attack. On that specific one that only Gideon does.
Okay, I'm marking it just to do that.
Right, so that. So that's a 13 to hit the bugs.
13 hits the bugs.
Okay, so that's. So basically, now I can just use my action deal another d12 to these bugs, lightning damage, and they're also hexed. So 1d12, that's 6 lightning damage, and 1d6, that is 3 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And basically now I can just for my actions, just point and have them take damage again and again.
So lightning strikes twice in the same place?
Yeah, yes, exactly. On each of my turns, for the duration, you can use your action to deal 1d12 lightning damage to your target automatically. The spell ends when I do an action to do anything else, but I'm really wanting to make sure that these kids are safe, so Gideon's going to be basically just defending these kids until the bugs are dead, and then go back to helping the rest.
Okay. So, with this, now it is the Fire Beetle's turn.
Oh boy, what you gonna do?
It's going to try to charge at you again.
Oh boy. Hopefully it's not a big number this time. Knock on wood. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. Oh, never mind, we're good.
Nope. It charges past you
I figured.
as another building catches fire.
Oh, for the love of. Can I suplex it? I want to suplex it.
Suplex?
Yeah.
What's suplex?
Grab it and pretty much like back bend and throw it behind you. Knock it on the ground.
Can you do that to a rhino?
I mean, no, I've never tried, so I wouldn't know.
Oh.
Obviously, no, he
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
I was just joking about that.
The
The Beatles' turns, though, I am worried.
And okay, hold on. So, more beetles start lighting up. This swarm of beetles, though, sorry, really. So this swarm of beetles starts swarming around these adults here. From what you can see from the flickering flames of them.
Oh.
And they're sort of becoming a fiery tornado as they start carrying the adults off.
This seems kind of familiar to the poison squirrels.
So, you don't know what they're gonna do. But these beetles over here start interacting with the buildings as they start catching fire over here.
My goodness. Nature's all about burning everything to the ground, I guess.
Hey, what else is it supposed to do?
Not burn things to the ground.
Enjoy maple syrup?
Hmm.
No, I didn't relate this plot to everything going on up there. It just fell into place.
Oh no.
So, yeah, so that's what they're doing. They take a swipe. These two take a swipe at Pinky, and Pinky Jr. sort of jumps around, all hot-footed. So, let's see.
Yay, those look like they failed.
Yeah, they both miss, Pinky Jr.
Yay! We gotta help those adults, though. That's a problem. I don't know if we can.
You might not be able to catch up to them. You don't know. But what about the children? About the children.
I could catch up to them in one round.
You think you can?
I'm not kidding. It's 100 feet.
He Naruto runs.
I Naruto run to stop them. Now that I think about it, there's 3 swarms out there. I wouldn't be able to do much to help them.